Hey guys, and welcome to yet another very delayed pickups video. Sorry. This time we're gonna take a look at all the stuff that I picked up in July. But before we do that, do you remember in the last pickups video where I was like, then on the 28th I actually bought a PS2 from somebody on Facebook. Only bought it because I don't have the smooth one. And then I was like, Mambo, it's Phoenix Games, so might have to try it. So with that in mind, yesterday I was browsing through one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of for retro games. Then there was a guy that had a picture of some PS2 games where he asked if someone else had other rare games to trade, and I looked at the picture. And for some reason that game was there. Yeah, Mambo. Then I went on eBay just to take a look, and sure enough, apparently it's quite rare. So that was a surprise. And to think I just picked up that PS2 just cause I felt like it. I guess there's a deeper meaning to everything, huh? Well, I just wanted to share that with you guys, so let's just get on with it and look at them pickups. On July 2nd I went to a couple of flea markets, and at the first one there wasn't really anything there, but I asked, got any video games? Then a woman went home and brought a PS2. As you can see, 2 memory cards, yes. It also had some other accessories like a silver eye toy and the buzzers and 3 controllers, but also a decent amount of games. As you can see here, let's just start off. All of these games but one is complete, which is pretty awesome considering that small children had this, and most of them are actually in very good condition. You know, scratch rise. Nothing too special here, but you know. So first up, 2006 FIFA World Cup, Agent Hugo, Hula Holiday, Ben 10 Alien Force, Boss Junior Ace Racers, Boss Junior Dinos, all them boss games, huh? Boss Junior Jungle Party, Boss Junior Monster Rumble, and Boss Junior Robo Jam. That was them boss games. Then a platinum copy of Cars, and it's a German copy. Yay. Cars Major National Championship, Cars Racerama, platinum copy of Crash Nitro Kart, platinum copy of Crash Twinsanity, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, platinum copy of iToy Play Astro Zoo, and the only one without a manual, F1 Racing Championship, FIFA Football 2003, FIFA 06, FIFA 08, and actually a little hard to come by, FIFA 13. Something to remember is that the more recent sports titles for the previous generation of consoles tend to keep their value. So, pretty good I guess. The Flintstones Bedrock Racing, Hugo Bugazoo, platinum copy of The Incredibles, Lego Batman the video game, Monopoly, NBA 08, Power Rangers Super Legends, Sega Superstar Tennis, Sonic Gems Collection, platinum copy of Sonic Heroes, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, and last and least, UEFA Euro 2008. Pretty decent stack here. As I said, nothing too special. The most special game here is probably FIFA 13 and maybe Sonic Gems Collection. So for the PS2 and all of these games and stuff, about $45. Dollar. So pretty good. Could be worse. And then after that flea market I went to another flea market that happens like the first Saturday in each month. And I picked up 2 PC games in dual cases here. It's Motocross Madness 2, just because I remember playing it quite a bit back in the day. And a double pack of Civilization and Worms. I also remember actually owning this exact disc when I was a child. I don't know where it is now, but I got it once more. And those were about 75 cents each. Do you like the Pika? You remember from one of the earlier pickups videos? This is gonna mess up the wave. Then on the 5th I went by Gamestop and thought I might as well take a look in there. I actually got a few things. I picked up 3 of their own Gamestop branded Gamecube controllers. 2 brand new and 1 refurbished. The new ones were about $1.36 each, and the refurbished one was about $1.23. You can't ever get enough Gamecube controllers, you know, so I thought I might as well pick him up at that low price, you know. And I also picked up a single game there, a used game, Brutal Legend, for about $1.50. Yeah, as you can see, a stack of PS2 games. Then after that trip to GameStop, I went to pick up this stuff from a Facebook deal. Yeah, this is a little stack of PS2 titles. Let's see, first up here we have a very scratched up disc, only copy of Sly 3. I have no idea if you can see how scratched it is on this camera. it probably won't play, you know? So you go over there. Alright, games. First up, a German copy of Over the Hedge. Yeah, and Ben 10, Protector of Earth without his manual. Blade 2, and already the best game in this stack here, The Bouncer. I'm actually looking forward to trying this out. Them older Squaresoft games. Platinum copy of Cars without its manual. Casper and the Ghostly Trio. Crazy Frog Racer. Crazy Frog Racer 2. And this one was also a factor in why I really wanted to buy this little lot here. Not because it's a rare game or a special game in that sense, but because of a certain categories video. Dalmatians free. Yeah, I'm tempted to actually watch the cartoon in it, just because of how bad it is, you know? Yeah. Driver 3, ESPN Winter X Games Snowboarding, without its manual sadly. Formula 1 2001, also no manual. Garfield 2, The Golden Compass, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, no manual or map or anything in there. Half-Life, Jumanji. Madagascar 2, also one of the better games in this slot right here, but I already have it in my collection of course, and that's Resident Evil Code Veronica X, and complete with the Devil May Cry demo in here. So that's cool. Rollercoaster World, Scooby-Doo, Unmasked, Shrek the Third, and also a pretty cool game here. I actually didn't know that this was going to be in this lot. The guy just found some more games and just added it to the deal. So that's pretty sweet. And that's Space Invaders Anniversary, State of Emergency, and Tide the Tasmanian Tiger 2, Bush Rescue. So yeah, that's a decent stack of PS2 titles here. And for that I paid a little bit under 23 bucks. Pretty decent. Then on the 6th I went game hunting and I didn't find anything. I actually only picked up one thing, and it was actually a thing that I got for free in one of those junkyard stores. A Mario penguin suit McDonald's figure. Yeah, but hey, it was free, so yeah, you know. Then on the 7th I went to 2 local thrift stores. The first one is where I usually don't find anything, but this time they have one PS2 title, just one, and that was Jackass the Game, and I got that for about 75 cents. And after that it was my local junkyard store, and they just gotten in some PS2 titles, and some of them are actually pretty decent here. First up, Batman Rise of Sin-Tzu. Yep. And this one sadly doesn't have his manual, but I wanted to pick it up. Raken, the Ancient Gate. Flat Out 2, Kya! Darkly, I have absolutely no idea how to actually pronounce that, so I'm just gonna go with Kya! Dark Lineage, Summoner 2, pretty sweet, and Tourist Trophy, the real riding simulator. Apparently that's actually part of the title. Fantastic. And those were about 75 cents each, so pretty good. Then on July 9th I went game hunting all over the place. Didn't really end up with a big stack of stuff as you can see, but at least I got something. So the first 2 games that I picked up at a street flea market thing stuff. I don't know, small one. And it's 2 Xbox 360 titles, and it's Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And I paid 75 cents each for those. Then at a thrift store I got 1 PS2 title, nothing special, and I actually kinda got it for free. I'm not really gonna go into how, but yeah, I didn't really pay anything for it. And that's iToy Play Sports. And no, I didn't steal it, alright? That just came to mind like, yeah, that sounds fishy. But no, I'm not gonna make myself a thief for iToys Play Sports. I'm just saying. Moving on. Then at a junkyard in one of those sheds where you can just take stuff for free and put stuff for people to take for free, I found 2 used disc PS2 titles. Red Dead Revolver and Justice League Heroes. I thought I might as well just take those, you know? I actually don't think I have Justice League Heroes, so yeah. Then at the last thrift store of the day, picked up 3 games, 2 PS2 titles, the Spiderwick Chronicles, the movie-based games though, looks awful, and Army Man RTS, and 1 PS1 title actually. I actually don't see those a lot anymore, kinda sad, but it's BAM! Machine Head. I can only imagine that that is how it's supposed to be pronounced because of the exclamation mark, you know. BAM! Machine Head. And it's made by Core, so might actually be good. And if you don't know, Tomb Raider, Core, nah. Yeah, and for these 3 I paid about $1.25 or something like that. So pretty decent. Then on the 14th I received a package, and it was actually just something that I bought from an online store because it was on sale for the 3DS, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. ZX copy, you know. So yeah, that's brand new, of course. It was on sale and I got that for a little bit under $6, so yeah, thought I might as well. Then the day after that, on the 15th, I went to a brand new store, like an opening, and the concept of the store was kinda hard to explain. They call it a flea market store. Yeah. So the premise of the whole thing is that you can rent space in there, put your stuff there, and then they sell it for you. For a cut, of course. Yeah, I don't know. But there really weren't that many video games there. But I did pick up 2 DS titles. Pokemon Diamond version and Pokemon White version 2. I paid a little bit more for them than I normally would, but there's no haggling in there, of course. Set prices and so Diamond version was about $5.30, and White version 2 here was about $6.80-ish. Still a decent deal considering the titles, but you know, but they're complete and everything, so yeah, I picked them up. Yeah. Then on the 18th I actually got something quite amazing. I got 4 PS2 titles. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, so these 4 games I bought from a guy on Facebook, and it's actually a longer story here because the guy would not send it, and we live at like opposite ends of the country here, so yeah. So I had to look through my entire friends list on Facebook to see if anybody lived nearby, and turned out that one of my old friends actually lived quite close to this guy right here with the games. And so he went over there and picked them up for me, and as luck would have it, he had family members visiting, and his family lives like 15 minutes away from me, so that was just perfect. So they just brought that back down here, you know? So why was I that eager to get these games? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. And I had to pay $3 a piece here. So these 3 titles, that might be a little much, but yeah, whatever. Garfield 2, Garfield Lasagna World Tour, and SpongeBob's Atlantis SquarePantis. Yeah, but the special game here is this one. This is Tekken 4 Special Edition. As you can see here, this is from the King of Iron Fist Tournament International Finals. So this was a competition held back in 2003, and the International Finals was on March 6th. I can barely find any information about this particular variant of this game on the interwebs, but from what I can gather is that the contestants in those finals all got a copy of this one right here, and apparently the people that worked on the event also had the opportunity to purchase it. Something like that. So in a sense you could actually call this the NWC of Tekken. You know? So apparently this is actually very rare, but because nobody really knows about it, it's not necessarily expensive, you know? But it's still a very cool piece to have in my collection. And it's nice and complete in here, so that's awesome. Yeah, very happy to add this to my collection. And of course this was $3 as well. I'd say that's a very good deal for this. The guy would only sell the games bundled up, so I had to pick up the other ones, but this one is definitely a gem in my collection now. And yeah, people say that Tekken 4 is the worst in the series. I remember liking it quite a bit, but yeah. So yeah, that was pickup of the month, hands down, you know? Then on the 22nd I received 2 packages. One was a package from Korea, and it's 3 PC games. And why did I buy these? Well, I always wanted to just get it out of the way and add them to my collection. And also, if I feel like one day making a Mega Man on PC Part 5, I now have Mega Man X6 plus 5. Mega Man X7 or Rockman X7. It's kind of weird with the Korean releases. It's like, this is actually called Mega Man and this is called Rockman. I don't know why. And one that I actually didn't even know had a PC port anywhere in the world. Mega Man The Power Battle, you know, the arcade game. So that's gonna be interesting for sure. And if you want to pick these up for yourself, they're actually not that expensive. So Mega Man The Power Battle was $6.99, X6 plus 5 was $9.50, and X7 was $7.99. So not breaking the bank, you know. And I always wanted to add them to my collection, as I said, so yeah, might as well. And I'm not saying that I'm going to make a Mega Man on PC Part 5, but if I decide to, I have some material, I guess. I actually don't know how sketchy these releases are, but they seem pretty legit, so yeah, they have a nice finish to them. Yeah. But the other package I received that day was filled with games that I won in a Facebook auction in a group that I'm a part of. And the prices of these games ranged from $1.50 to about $5.50-ish, $5.30 maybe. And of course it was all from the same guy. First up on the Wii, Soul Calibur Legends, and that was the one that was $5.30, $5.30, y'all. And then 3 Game Boy Color titles, Backgammon, and that was $3. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, also $3. And Hugo, which was about $4.50. And they're all complete. Then a lot of Game Boy Advance titles here. Ace Combat Advance, and that was also $4.50. Aggressive Inline, that was $1.50. Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX 2 was also $1.50. And because the guy actually didn't notice that someone bid too late on one of the games that I should have won, and he gave it to that guy, he threw in a couple of extra games for free, and one of them was Dogs, and for $1.50 a double pack of Finding Nemo and Finding Nemo The Continuing Adventures. And another one of the free games, Franklin the Turtle. Yay. But $8 Game Boy stuff is always cool. Oh, there's a stack more here. Hugo Advance, and that was $4.50. Hugo Book-a-Zoom, which was also $4.50, I believe. Yeah. And one of the free games he threw in was another copy of Hugo Book-a-Zoom. Yeah. Also for $4.50, Lego Island 2, The Brickster's Revenge. So dramatic. And the last free game we threw in, very beat up box, a double pack of Monsters Inc. and Finding Nemo without a manual. The only game here that's not complete. And for about $3.80, Sheep. I have absolutely no idea about this one, but I just wanted it because it's a Capcom game, you know. And the last one that I got for $1.50 here, Tony Hawk's Underground 2. So yeah, I went a little crazy, but I guess you're allowed to once in a while. That's a nice boost to my Game Boy collection, you know. And the second month in a row that I've gotten some boxed Game Boy stuff, so that's pretty cool. Then on the 23rd I went to some flea markets, and at the first one I picked up 2 games, 2 PS1 titles actually, which is pretty cool. First up, Spyro the Dragon, which does have its manual, but it's missing the demo disc that was supposed to come with it, sadly. And the other one, Stuart Little 2. Apparently this is quite decent for a licensed game, you know. Then after that I went back to that flea market shop thing, you know, where I picked up the Pokemon's games. And I picked up Splashdown 2, Rides Gone Wild. The Splashdown games are pretty fun, so I picked that up for $1.50. Oh yeah, the PS1 titles. The PS1 titles was a little bit over $2.20 in total, so it's all good. But after that I went to a junkyard to look at one of those sheds, and there was nothing in there, but in their electronics bin there was a funny thing that I actually got permission to just take, and that is a Lambda 8300 computer. I have no idea if it works, I don't have any cables for it, but I just thought it was a funny thing to bring home, you know. Apparently it's like a Sinclair X81 clone computer. Yeah, I don't know, but hey, it's a fun little thing for my collection, and it was free, so I had to bring that one home with me. It almost sounds sexual. No. Then on the 29th it was Germany time, but on the way there I went to quite a few places. The first place I went to was a junkyard store. Pretty decent start to the day actually. What I got there was a red original Game Boy and a yellow original Game Boy. But that was not all actually, I also got 3 PSP titles there. SSX on Tour, Medal of Honor Heroes, and Metal Gear Acid, with the limited edition card book thing that's advertised right there. Pretty cool. And I got a decent deal on it, I would say. About $11.50, so yeah, not too bad. Then at the first store after that I picked up The Sims 3 on the Wii. I actually don't know why. And that was $1.50. Moving on. And at the next thrift store I went to, I also picked up a, I don't know, just cause I wanted to pick it up kind of game, NBA 2K14 for the PS3. And that was only 75 cents, so yeah, you know. See, I was down there with my mom and she she actually gave me something. A delayed birthday present, if you will. And that's the Zero Suit Samus amiibo. Samus is Bay, you know what I'm saying? So that was free, yay. But then, down in Germany, and guess where? At the garage sale that I've gone to so many times down there. Guy told me this time that, well, every time he gets some stuff, he just saves it for me, which is pretty damn cool. I always get decent deals down there, but not necessarily mind-blowingly good or anything like that, but decent stuff, you know what I'm saying? And this time, he had some Game Gear games for me. Pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? 2 copies of Sega Game Pack 4-in-1, one with a very faded label, and one very crisp looking one. The Artifants, or something like that. Cool Spot, Deep Duck Trouble starring Donald Duck, and the best game in here, in my opinion anyway, Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. Pretty damn cool. I actually don't know why the Game Gear version isn't Wonder Boy free, because it should be the same as the Master System one, right? Looking at the games out there, Wonder Boy 3 the Dragon's Trap. Yeah, so yeah, but apparently there's just Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap. Right there. As I said, not the most amazing deal in the world, but still pretty decent. About 30 bucks for these 6 games. Yeah. It's alright. And it's awesome that he's just saving stuff for me for every time I come down there. Then on the way back from Germany, I went to a friend's house to pick up something non-game related. Actually some shelving stuff. But he actually just gave me some stuff, which is pretty cool actually. Well, cool and cool. It's cool of him to do it, you know. The stuff itself, yeah, well. A third-party Gamecube controller, Cytec. And apparently this crashed his Gamecube. So, yeah, I don't know. And actually 2 Gamecube titles as well. And he gave them to me because they're both German. So German copy of Open Season and German copy of SpongeBob SquarePants Light Camera Pants, I think it's called in English. But here it's SpongeBob Schwammkopf Film Up. And then we are at the end of the month. On the 31st, I went to my local junkyard store and I picked up 2 little weird things here. 2 of the McDonald's Sonic LCD games. I believe this is Tails Soccer or Tails Football, depending on where you are in the world. And this one is called Cream Flower Catch. That's what I've written down anyway. And I bought both of those for 75 cents. So, you know, might as well just add that to the collection, you know. I already have a couple of them, so yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and that was everything for that month. Decent month. A lot of PS2 titles once more. But one very, very rare game that I'm so happy to have in my collection. Some Game Boy stuff. Game Gear titles, you know. Overall, pretty damn decent. So that's it for the July pickups video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, as I always say, you know. And also remember to tell me down below what you picked up lately. And if you saw anything in this video that you think might make an interesting review or something like that, please tell me down there as well. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. I'm tired. Goodbye. Yo. Feel like I left something out there. Probably didn't, you know. Yep. All them papers. And no, I did not make myself a thief for iToy Play Sports. Okay?